She chose what she thought was the lesser of two evils, participating in 2 debate tournaments. Anyway, technically, you might say that she had a perfect record over her first dozen debates. 0 wins, 12 losses. At that time, Christine said, I'm going to dedicate myself to becoming a world-class presenter and empowering others with the presentation skills they need to achieve their leadership potential. Christine's talk is entitled The Evolution of Communications, How to Position Yourself as a Thought Leader. Please give Christine Clapp a big warm welcome.
A subject expert is someone who you go to when you want to know about an association, an issue, or an initiative. They're the ones who are driving the car and they know what's in the rearview mirror. If you want to know what's happening outside that windshield, you ask a thought leader. Today we're going to talk about how you can evolve from a subject matter expert to a thought leader. It requires both speaking and writing. Today we'll focus on writing. Not only is it my area of expertise, but it's the area where most professionals have less training and less experience. To talk you through this transition, this evolution, we're going to use the metaphor of the Wizard of Oz. It will help you remember these principles long after this session. Remember, Dorothy goes on a journey, and she meets 3 people along the way to help her get to Oz. The Scarecrow who wants a brain, the Tin Man who wants a heart, and the Lion who wants courage. Those are the 3 things you have to do to become a thought leader. First, let's talk about brain. You have to be a master of your subject area, and I know you all are. Then you have to take time out of your busy schedule with the day-to-day meetings and deadlines and phone calls, and you have to take a step back. You have to take time out of your calendar to go to conferences like this. You have to find time to have coffee dates with people who make you think bigger, and to read articles and blogs and books. You also need to think about expanding your horizons and asking big picture questions, not just who, what, when, and where, but why and how. These are 3 different sessions that I pulled from the agenda at the Great Ideas Conference to show you that those why and how questions really do help you get on a stage, and they're a sign that you're becoming a thought leader. You also need to develop unique perspectives. Think big and take some contrarian views. Here are 4 thought leaders who I follow who take some contrarian perspectives and are well known for it. First is Ramit Sethi. He argues that in order to become wealthy, you can't just scrimp on lattes. You have to have bigger wins. Marie Kondo, you may know her yourself. You can't get rid of clutter by going to the Container Store. Alan Weiss, he says that consultants should not be paid by the hour, but by the project. And Amanda Kaiser says that association engagement problems, they start with lackluster onboarding. Now let's talk about heart. I'm not here to tell you find your passion. It's hackneyed and it's very overwhelming. But what I do want you to do is find your lane. Of all the areas that you are expert, which one calls to you? Are you most excited and energized by? That is your lane. Think about 2 famous thought leaders, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Steve Jobs is a consumer products technology thought leader. Bill Gates, on the other hand, he's not a thought leader in computer hardware and software. His area of expertise, his thought leadership platform where he came alive, philanthropy. So no matter if it's about philanthropy, products, policies, you really need to be generous to your audience and give to your audience. That's what thought leaders do. And Steve Jobs really did it best. He was able to understand things that we wanted perhaps before we knew that we wanted them ourselves. Now we're to courage. We talked about brain and heart. Now let's talk about courage. It takes bravery to be a thought leader. When you publish your book, you're going to get some nasty reviews. When you get on a stage, you're going to get some comments on the feedback forms. And I'm not here to tell you that you should not pay attention to advice. You should definitely look at feedback and take useful suggestions. But you have to have thick skin because there will be naysayers. When you're a thought leader and you have those unique perspectives, people are either going to love what you have to say or they're going to hate it. And if you don't have any haters, it means you're probably not pushing your association, your industry in a direction that is big enough. You need to take a bigger platform. In addition to standing firm, you need to take risks as a speaker. We know from TED Talks that people who are great speakers, they expand their ideas rapidly. Here are examples of 4 of my favorite TED speakers who took risks on the stage that paid off big time. These TED Talks, just the 4 of them, have been watched on the order of tens of millions of times. Today, we talked about the way to transition from a subject matter expert to a thought leader with your communication. Brain, you need to have big picture ideas, contrarian perspectives. Heart, find a lane and be generous to your audience. Encourage, stand firm, and take risks, especially as a public speaker. My name is Christine Clapp, and I would love to support you on your journey from subject expert to thought leader. If you're interested in connecting with me, I have a handout with some questions to guide you along your journey. You can connect with me online, or if you're old-fashioned and want to do it analog, I'll be around after the program at the front of the room. Thank you, and good luck on your journey from subject matter expert to thought leader.